Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Vline from YuRu Chen. And thank you, Susan, for asking about this one. I had not done it, and it is a rather neat. Well, you know what? It's a neat border tangle, but you could, put them one right after the other, do a fill-in. And it would look really, really neat. Okay, so as I said, it's a border tangle. So we're gonna do, this will be, let's do it a little wavy, just a tad, because it's fun. All right, and then, now YuRu puts arrows in, I think because how she's drawing it, and she was having us, her direction was to come from the left down and then up. Yeah, if you want to do that, great. For me, I need a little more security. So I'm going to start kind of the center-ish at the bottom. And this one you definitely want to work from the bottom up, because one thing does hinge on another. That's not quite the center, so let's move it here. All right, so a nice C-shaped curve line one direction. I am going to turn the tile, because as I was doing it on my version of the step outs and playing with it, I was doing this, but then I was doing it this way, and it just was causing me trouble. So use the natural curve of your hand when you can. All right. Next, yes. We're going to put a C-shaped curve line in the middle, and then another one above that. And then this one, we're going to fill this in. So it's kind of like crescent moon. Trying to smooth that little bit out because I went a little bit over. Okay, like so. And then guess what? Rinse and repeat. But this time we're coming, center-ish here. Actually, you know what? Turning it also provides two things one thing besides using the natural curve of your hand. You can kind of eyeball, okay. Yes, while you can kind of eyeball it, at the same time, when I'm doing that, it's like I go so far and then that's it. So I get consistency. That's going to be the word of today. Yes, because it was escaping me. Today's Zentangle Quickie is brought to you by the word consistency. All right, same thing here. And honestly, you could wait if you wanted to fill these in until afterwards. Sometimes I like to fill them in along the way, just 'cause. And you just keep repeating it until you are, out of space. And really, it could, let's try this. It could, if speed of doing things is a concern, I'm going to do it this way first. Then you might want to do all of this and then do the fill-in later. It just depends. All of it depends on how you like to work. Oh, and this one's going to go off the page. And off the page. Okay. And I only mention those kind of things because sometimes it seems like, well, that's rather silly that she's saying that. Well, I'm the type of person that apparently needs permission to do certain things. It's like, oh, this is how we do it. And then doing it some other way, well, I don't know. It's just a weird quirk that I have. If you have that same quirk, let me know in the comments. And then we can have a club and commiserate together. Oh, and let's get this here. There was a book I read a long time, because have never been enjoyed reading in school. Later, I believe the issue is I'm an primarily an audio learner. So that could have been a reason. And it could have also been because I was told to do it. It was like school assignments, and that's just not fun. But I read a book decades later called Read and Grow Rich. And in it, because I like to, I have a book, I like to start at the beginning and no cheating and go, oh, let's look at the table of contents. Oh, let's read the introduction, the foreword, all of that stuff, and then get into the book. And, and sometimes you get bored by that time. And in it, it's like, you can just go and read other sections. It's okay. Read the back cover. That's why it's there. It's all right. Flip through, read the table of contents, pick a spot. Because usually this was really in reference to nonfiction, I think. And it was just so funny because as I'm reading this, I'm like, I didn't know I needed permission, but apparently I did. And it really helped. So it's just funny. So I bring that. That's why I bring that to you. All right. Now, while you could stop here, this is where YuRu ends it. But now you can do your decorating, shading, play, all of that kind of stuff. I really do like how... Well, now let's see. Is there something else I could do besides that? I really like the aura-ing of these lines. Oh, let's just do it because it looked so neat. And this is where, because Susan had messaged me about this tangle, she's like, oh, I thought it was Shattuck, but it's not. And I'm like, nope. But I can see where you could think, because in Shattuck, we do this part here. And, yeah, it could be a little bit neat. Oh, let's just do the one side at a time. And then I'm not turning the tile back and forth. But you could use anything to fill, fill in these sections, whatever floats your boat, or not at all. That's good too, because it is such a pretty tangle, just plain as well. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, that other curve was like, okay, that wasn't so great, but it's okay. When it gets all done, it's gonna look fantastic. Okay, now we'll do the other side. Oh, and I'll get this little pen mark where I decided I was not going to use that as the center. Perfect. And then we'll do some shading. I'm thinking, too, I might aura this. I might put an extra line on the side. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking that could look neat. But, well, if I had done this as a straight line, I had mentioned that this could be a filler tangle, because you could just, put a bunch of vertical lines like that, or, it doesn't matter whatever direction you want it to aim, and, and just do them right next to each other. That could have a really cool look. Then it would look like Shattuck, sort of, if you get these lined up next to each other. Sort of. Sort of Shattuck. Okay. There we go. And actually, I was also thinking, because this is kind of, starts off looking like the tangle moon pie. And it was just an add-on thing that Maria had done. I don't think that there's any step outs from Zentangle on it. I watched a video with it, and I created step outs from it. But it has, kind of like Crescent Moon, but it has several different things in it, several layers. Although that would take it up too far, so maybe never mind. Although you could start the Crescent Moon down here. You could do, like I said, or you could just do more of those C shapes. All right, I am going to emphasize first off what's tucked behind, like that. Well, trying to rescue this Tortillion, so I pushed. That's why it looks so funny. I pushed it out, but then it was a little too wobbly. Push it out. If you didn't know, get a big paper clip, and I say unfurl it, And as long as this isn't too collapsed that you can't get something in, you can push these usually. But this is really, it's only getting that tip. And I'm not sure why. But, and then, like I said, it makes it floppy. Sometimes I'll leave that paper clip in, or I'll stick a toothpick in and cut it. So that way the end of the toothpick is in here and it's not poking me as I'm holding it this way. And usually it works. Sometimes, like I said, and well, then too, I'm mashing it back in carefully because it's nice to have that tip. Okay. You don't see how that looks neat? I am going to, because these are kind of tucked behind there. Just trying to be careful so that way we leave some of the natural tile color there, so that way it's not just all gray and then we have, as I call it, graphite remorse. Look at that. They're like layers. Okay, and I think because this is kind of, we'll call that tucked into somewhere else. Now, I was thinking about the sides, but not here. Another way you could do this is just put some graphite along the sides and leave it at that. So you could do that. I think I don't have necessarily enough room, but what's neat about it is it looks like it's underneath. I'm going to put graphite on the outside. It looks like you ever see those tables where they it maybe has it's natural wood and it has like some natural bit that's like cut out in the center, or maybe they do it on purpose. I'm what I'm picturing is it's a natural thing, and then they'll put like resin in it and make it look like a river. That's what this is making me think of. And really, if I was thinking that way, I've now popped, well, let's see, look at it. Yeah, I've now popped it up above, putting that on the outside. If I put it on the inside, then it would have sunk it down. Well, that's all right. Sunk it down into the paper, giving it that illusion. I wanted to do something on the outside, apparently, and this is it. It still looks cool either way. Just what a neat border. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I'm just neatening up. I don't like seeing the little lines. I like to have my gradient and not see the pencil lines. All right, in the description section, you will find links to the step outs. And then below that is my link tree. So if you enjoy the content I put out and you have not yet joined us online to Tangle, and by us, I mean me and the other Tangle addicts. I was calling them the Tangle Addicts crew. Either way, with, wonderful group of people that come regularly. Come and join us. I teach on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays generally has a fee, or I have like exclusive sessions for my subscription club members. Information for that is on the link tree too. The third Tuesday though is free. That's called Tough Tangle Tuesday. So I started that a long time ago, and it's one of those things. Once I start doing something, I don't stop. It just, because it doesn't feel right. So we just keep going. But Thursdays, it's called Tangle Time, free. It's just an hour session. Everything I do, I start at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. I always do 2 sessions, unless something is weird, in the schedule. And usually that's only when we get towards the holidays. But there are a couple links on the link tree where you can follow me for classes. That makes it easier for you to, so that way you can see it in your time zone. You can, register or, I'm trying to remember what Facebook does. I think you have to click interested and then click interested again to say you're going. It's just, last time I did something, it seemed like they still haven't changed that. It's just kind of weird. But anyway, that way, if you're doing that, then it will send you reminders and things like that. All right. And we'd love to have you join us. All right. Well, and speaking of our Tangle Addicts crew, we do have a private Facebook group. So if you'd like to join us, come and do so. There's a link in the link tree. Click it, answer the 4 questions, and then as soon as I see it, we'll let you in. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.